Maturity in Christ is the pursuit. Maturity in Christ is the pursuit. Bringing people to maturity in Christ is what Paul thought about. That in Christ they would stand complete. When before the throne I stand in him complete. That's what Paul thought about all day as the labor of his life for his people. Verse 29 says, I toil for it. I struggle for it. With all the energy God gives me, that's what I do. To take people who are far from God, proclaim Christ, teach them obedience to Christ, and see them walk, not as babies, but to grow mature in their faith. I don't want to make a congregation of babies just barely getting to heaven by the skin of their baby teeth. No. We want to see people grow to their full potential of who God would call you to be. Can I tell you, church, that's where God spoke to me. I had a deep sense of clarity, like this is it. This is Kirby Woods. This was my experience as a former member and intern of Kirby Woods years ago, to come and join and plug in and not decline in my faith, not tread water in my faith, but to become mature in my faith. I became a mature follower of Christ because of this church as a member. The biblical preaching, the missions opportunities, the wealth of godly people who took the time to sit and pour into me. The church family that took me in and made me feel like I was at my home away from home. Memphis felt like home to me, not because of the barbecue, not even because of the seminary, which was really important in my life. But I'm telling you, it was Kirby Woods. It happened to me, happened to my wife, Abby. As she joined, she grew faster in 1 year than she had grown in 20-something years prior. And for many of you, how many of you would say that's my story as well? Many of you, that's exactly what you experienced when you came here. We can't promise as a church that we will offer every program for every stage of life, be all things to all people, have the best quality product in the church world. We cannot promise that, and that's not even our goal. I don't want Kirby Woods to get into an arms race with other churches as who can build the better mousetrap or who can have the most people in the seats. I don't want to measure success with the 3 B's, and you know what they are: backsides, buildings, and budgets. Doesn't interest me. I don't want that as our measure of success. But what if, listen to this, what if our success was measured by whether we can move people toward maturity in Christ? What if that was our success? To grow people who know Christ and then actually go and live this thing out where it counts in the real world, when the pressure is on. That's success. That's success. It's kind of like raising kids. I mean, you pour and you pour and you want to see them grow and you want to see them reach a maturity, but you don't really see it until they go out and leave the house and get out on their own and see what actually happens when the testing comes. That's what I want for this church, that we grow and then we go out and we stand firm in this world.